Hi, and welcome to my channel on personal growth. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kate. I'm an integrative relational psychotherapist, a life coach, a yoga instructor, and an author. And I specialize in narcissists and borderlines. If you would like to schedule an individual online session with me, you can find all of the relevant information in the description box below this video. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about a subject that is, to me as a therapist, but not only as a therapist, quite frequently a huge source of irritation. I have to be honest about it. So what could that possibly be? I really don't like it. Really don't like it when my clients or people in my life act as victims. When they are in what I call the victim mode. Of course, we have all been victims of something or somebody at a given moment in our lives. And it's basically irrelevant if we were victims of a major trauma, of a minor trauma, of cumulative trauma, of an event that was perhaps to many people completely insignificant, but it hurt us very deeply and profoundly. And we still cannot forget about it. That's beyond the point. The argument I'm trying to make today is that we must not allow that one event or several events, if you were that unlucky in your life, to define who we are. If we were victims, objectively or subjectively speaking, of an event in a given moment in time, then that event does not define us as victims for the rest of our lives. If we were a victim once, it doesn't mean that we have to stay a victim forever. Being a victim does not mean that we are now diagnosed as victims or labeled as victims forever and ever. But unfortunately, many people who have experienced events in which they felt like victims cannot get out of that victim mentality. And unless we are willing to let go of that, it is impossible to talk about personal growth, personal development, progress in therapy, and resolving script issues. And whenever people stay in that victim mode, it defines their reality, meaning that through the perspective of a victim, they perceive all of the events in their lives, the people in their lives, comments that are made, experiences that they have. So even if you were a victim once, don't let that define you forever. If you were unlucky and happened to be in a relationship, for example, with a malignant narcissist or a toxic narcissist, then most definitely you were a victim of that person, of that person's actions or words that have hurt you, and so on and so forth. But that one relationship does not define who you are, nor does it define any of your future relationships. That's why it is really important for all of us to deal with the events in which we perceived ourselves as victims, regardless of whether other people thought we were truly victims or not. What other people think and believe is irrelevant. What is relevant is how we felt in that moment. And if we believe to be the victim of something or somebody, then that is something we need to work on. We need to resolve those issues. We need to resolve the underlying emotions and our thoughts and cognitive patterns and what we call in integrative therapy our life script. Because unless we do that, we will stay victims forever. And we will operate as victims in all of our life situations. We will interact with people always from the position of a victim. But you have to understand that one event or even several events don't define you. You need to get out of that victim mode, because unless you do, you will be repeating the same patterns, you will be meeting the same type of people, you will be encountering the same type of situations, and you will forever and ever feel like the victim. And in a way, you will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if you are having difficulties because of something that happened to you, and you are unable to let go of all of that emotional baggage, find professional help, talk to a therapist, seek solutions, and do whatever you can to get out of the victim mode as soon as possible. If you like the topic of this video, please do like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any comments, please do write them down below the video, or you can also send me an email. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.